All right, Sam here with SpattLabs. Just going to do an update with the whole CellHasher project that I'm working on. It's quite a lot of work, but once you get the first phone open, it becomes easier. So I'm doing these in phases. So right now, these are all Flip 3 phones, and phase one will be just removing a motherboard from all the phones that don't have a working screen. So for example, all these motherboards, with the exception of a few of them in here, the screens don't work. Okay, so like these, the screens are completely far gone, and you can't really, you can turn it on, you can hear it vibrate, but the screen is dead. So what I'll be doing, again, will be once I remove all the motherboards, which I still have like 3 more inside the CellHasher. These are 3 flip threes inside that actually have a working screen. This one also has a working screen as well. Definitely want to make sure you keep them separated because these will be the systems, or these will be the phones that I'll be putting in the motherboards, and then doing all the configuration like enabling developer options, USB or always awake and all that stuff. But I won't be done yet because I got this box over here which has more phones. These are Flip 4s. And I was just using this as a place to put all these parts. But these are Flip 4 phones. I'm working right now on Flip 3 phones. And man, this stuff is, like I said, once you get the first one done, it becomes very, very easy of taking out the motherboard. And going back to the phases. So for me, phase one is removing the motherboard. And that means from all the Flip 3s and Flip 4s. So I won't be done with phase one probably till the end of the week, because I want to make sure I get the motherboards from all those phones first. Then phase two will be removing all the batteries from these phones. That's phase two. So I'm going to have to spend time removing these batteries one by one. There's like 41 phones I have to go through. That will be phase two. Phase three would be actually, setting up the phones, like, putting the motherboards back into a working phone, setting them up, and then putting them inside a CellHasher, and then doing the configuration. That's phase three, which would probably be like the final phase. And then like phase four would be me actually setting everything up on the CellHasher platform. I do want to give a shout out to Luke from CellHasher. He did send me a free CellHasher unit. Not this one, but there will be one that will be coming by the end of the week. Probably won't make a video on that. Just, it's just going to be the same thing like this. But he has saw my video on YouTube of me unboxing the original one that I purchased, and he liked it, and he sent me a brand new one. So I have another CellHasher on the way, which is going to be awesome because that saves me another, just close to about $200. But like I said, when it comes to these phones, you have to be patient. You're going to find that a lot of these phones are extremely dirty. You just have to, just make sure you wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your eyes. Just make sure you wash your hands after you touch these phones, because you don't know where these phones have been. You don't know what kind of stories these phones had. You don't know. Again, just make sure you wash your hands. I think you should be wearing gloves for me, but I have a bathroom right there, so I can just wash my hands pretty quickly. This is the mat I'm using. It's a CPB mat that warms. It's a good mat in my opinion. I didn't want to get a heat gun. I wanted something I can work on top of, and so this is perfect. And honestly, I'll be 100% honest with you. I only turn this on for like maybe 30 seconds to 45 seconds because it gets really hot and it gets what I need to be done. So I don't need to have it on for like for like minutes. Usually it's big enough, it gets hot enough where you can put like, 1, 2, 3, 4 phones, let them cook for about 15 seconds and then take them off. And the glue that's on these phones would be easier to pry it open. But yeah, I don't want to make this video longer than it has to be. One other thing is definitely make sure you get yourself a good kit to work on these devices, because this kit that I bought, it's subpar. This is the, whatever that is. I bought this many years ago, maybe like 2 years ago, and these things will end up, where's the camera on this thing? Let me get a better angle so you can see. So you can see here, these things bend and they break and they can cause you to strip your screws, which I stripped like out of this stack here of phones, maybe like 2 phones had strip screws, and it was like a pain in the donkey to get them out. But when I got them out, they got out. Again, you don't want to rip anything out of these phones because, you know, it can damage cables. And you got to be careful because you can damage the cables, and it's a whole different work you got to do to either find another board or buy on eBay, and it's more work. That's just milk with cinnamon, so I don't think that's anything nasty. That's just milk with cinnamon. Let me get a tip. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it off of here, and then the next video would be me probably showing all the phones. Right now you just have the Flip 3s. You won't be able to tell the difference between a Flip 3 and a Flip 4. They look exactly the same. But yeah, you can go on CellHasher. Matter of fact, let me go to CellHasher's website too. Give me a second here. Let me show you something. Let me just close everything down. Okay, so here we go. So let's go to CellHasher website because I want to show you something. How much it costs. So if you go to cellhasher.com. So if you go to their website, they have the CellHasher rack mount. This is the server version of it, or the server case that they offer with the Flip 3s and Flip 4s. However, if you look at the pricing, you're going to be paying about $2,000 for the Flip 3. You got to understand the reason why they're charging such a premium is because they actually have people who actually, you know, they have to feed, you know, they have to pay the people who are going to be doing the work that I'm doing. So that it's a team of people that have to buy the phones like I did, and have to spend their time to take them apart, pretty much, you know, remove the batteries and all that stuff. So you are paying a premium if you buy the CellHasher with the phones inside the unit already. And they do sell with the Flip 3s and Flip 4s. And the only reason I bought the Flip 3 phones and Flip 4 phones is because I saw that they had it here. And so I just did a little bit of research to find out where I can buy a bulk load of these phones, bought them, and now I'm working on them. So if you don't want to get all this tinkering stuff, you don't want to do all this, then obviously go here and buy it from them. Most likely it's probably going to be a better quality than what I'm doing, because they've been doing this probably with like 1,000 phones or whatnot. This is probably like what I've only been working so far on 16 or 18 phones. I still have like 3 more to do. But if you're limited on time, you can buy it directly from them. Just keep in mind, it's going to take about a month. Okay, so it's not instant. So when you buy these pre-built from CellHasher, it will take about a month before you get it. Just because, again, they have to buy the phones, they have to, open the phones, they have to, do everything I'm doing, and, remove the battery, solder these things on. So that's what you're charging for. All right, this video has gone long enough, and I'll make another video eventually when I have all the phones removed, all the motherboards removed from the phones. All right.